Hi guys, welcome to another Basehead video. Now, yes guys, all these boxes were empty. I am not that crazy. Well, I do destroy a lot of subs completely on purpose, but I'm not that crazy. Wait, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I didn't think that was in there. Let's see. Nope, everything looks fine. Phew, thought we lost a really just awesome and incredible amp right there. Whew, don't know what I'd do without that one. You know, I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but something tells me that Sundown is not gonna repair this for me. So over my YouTube career, guys, I have destroyed a bunch of subs, most of them on purpose for the videos like y'all have seen, but there actually are several that I did not necessarily destroy on purpose. So in today's video, we're gonna look at all of the subs that I have destroyed or damaged. A lot of these you've seen, but several are ones that I never mentioned that I blew up, so stick around through the whole video and you'll see some of those sprinkled in there as well. So the first sub that I destroyed was the dual DWS-12. That was one of my early videos, and one of the videos that really got this channel kind of up and going. Point for today's video is to head over to Walmart and buy the very cheapest subwoofer that they have, put it in my Jeep, and then see if we can blow it up. All right, guys, so we got her. $31.99 after tax. That was way back in the day, guys. I remember I had like a 900 watt amp on it, and it actually took quite a while to get the little fella to blow, but finally we got it to go up in smoke. And again, it's kind of one of the big videos that really got this channel going. Next up, we had the Boss CXX. This was a $30 sub, and it was the very cheapest sub that I think you could get on Amazon at the time. Had a ton of fun blowing up that guy as well. That's it. Woo! She is smoking. Next up, we had a little JL sub that actually somebody had given me, but the sub was worth like 150 bucks. And in one of the videos, I said if it got so many likes, I would blow it up, and it got the likes, so that's what I did, guys. That's a go. Next up, we had the Lancer District. It was the very cheapest sub that I could find on eBay. It was like 25 bucks. And that was another sub that I had in my series of blowing up the cheapest subs. Oh, not sounding good, guys. Oh, there it is. Next up is this Soundcubed HDS, I think it's the 2.1. Yep, HDS 2.1. Now this sub actually didn't completely blow. The coils are still fine, but after making my review on it, I had it in the car for a while, and one day I just really decided to kind of push it to see what it could do, and you can't really hear it here, but while it's playing, I think it bent the former or something, because it does make kind of a scratching sound. Now this sub has literally been sitting in a box the last like 2 years. It is worthless. So we need to think of a creative way to put this thing out of commission for good. Next up, we have this Massive Hippo XL. At the time, this was the biggest sub I had ever bought. It was the most expensive sub as well. Seems like back then it was 300 something. Now it's worth over 400. Now, some of y'all OGs will remember this sub. This is kind of the infamous sub that I bought on this channel to review for y'all. and it decided to fry before I could even make a video on it. On its break-in period, coil just went out on me. After that, I did a bunch of tests with some $100 subs. One of them was the Scar SDR, and overall the sub did pretty good, but during the musical RMS test, the coil actually came unwound from the former and just kind of fell off, so that's how that guy went out. And as you can see, now the coil is coming undone. Now this next sub is actually one that I'm really super embarrassed about. One of the nicest subs I have had here. It was sent to me and it was completely my fault. I ended up blowing it one day, so you're gonna have to wait till the end of the video for me to go over that one, just because by that point most of y'all will probably have clicked away, so won't be embarrassing to just tell some of y'all what I did. But yeah, we'll get to showing that here in a few. Now, a little while after that, we did a review of the Rockville K6, and I think I put it through a pretty decent RMS test since there was so much controversy just going around, you know, Rockville. Made it through the musical RMS test, no problem. But then when I put it on a test tone, I think within about a minute, it fried. So that's how that guy went out. And there it goes. You can see smoke coming out of there. Now I went back and watched the video and timed how long it lasted, and there we go. Also, a bunch of y'all keep commenting on my Subaru that's over here in the background and wanting me to show it, so it's like super dirty and messy at the moment. But here it is. It's a 2002 WRX, and I 100% SDI swapped the entire thing. If you want to see some more of that, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll pop the hood one day and really kind of give y'all a rundown of what I did here. Next up, for the most popular video on this channel, is when we blew up the 2 dual subs from Walmart. That video has over 400,000 views now and is by far my most popular video. So that cost me about 60 bucks in both of those, and that just was a ton of fun to make for y'all. Alright, and that was that. After that, we had the 2 EM 6.5 subs. Now those were totally custom subs that the owner of EM had given us to make for a video, so I'm not even going to add that to the total here because I really don't know what he charges for those things exactly, since they were like completely custom subs. But they were insane. I think they took like 7,000 watts, which for 6.5-inch speakers is absolutely ridiculous. And the only thing that happened is we ended up tearing out the spider on them, which not at all surprised guys, but they were little champs, and that was also a ton of fun to make. 145.6. That was 6,765 watts.
I think it blew one.
131, but we might have blown something. A little while after that, we had the NVX VSW. That sub was like 110 bucks, and it was definitely more of a quality-related sub, not meant to take power at all, but we, of course, put a bunch of power to it, and ended up tearing the spider right off from the basket, but that ended up just being a gluing issue. I was able to glue it back, and it was good as new. Then we had the American Bass HD, and y'all, this thing was a champ. I beat the crap out of it, and I did a couple bursts of 10,000 watts through it. We put 10,000 watts, because I had this thing wired down to half ohm on my 12K amp over there. Ended up tearing out the spider from the coil. Y'all, it took a ton of power to get there, so it was actually pretty wild that it withstood the beating that it did. I think after that, we had the Sundown S8 V3 or Rev 3 or something like that. Been quite a while. That sub, we ended up putting so much power through it that when it went down, the cone actually got wedged into the gap in the motor, so that was kind of wild. Had never seen that happen before. Put a little bit too much power to that bad boy, and she is stuck inside there. Ended up being able to pop it out, and it was actually fine, but definitely thought that one was a goner. After that, around Christmas time, we had the Jensen J12Ws. We had 6 of them, and they were like 30 bucks each. There's $180, and we had them in this 612 box, and we beat the crap out of them, guys. Made 2 videos with that. First video was how loud we could get with them. Second video was seeing what it took for them to blow, and that was really neat. We had them inverted, so we actually got to see a bunch of sparks, a little bit of fire, and a bunch of smoke. So that was definitely one of the more fun videos.
Oh my goodness! Oh! Oh, there it goes! There it goes! Oh my goodness! That guy is on fire back there, guys.
Next up is one that I actually messed up after making the review on it, and it was totally my fault, guys. I was pushing just way too much power to it. I think either the former bent or part of the spider came detached or something. I can't really see what exactly happened, but when you're playing, it just makes a weird sound now. Now, the reason this happened is I have a good buddy named Patrick, and every time I'm over there at his house, he's always like, dude, push that sub a little bit more. It can take it. Let's see what it can do, blah, blah, blah. And we ended up sending her just a little bit too hard, guys. And let me tell you, when I say we sent her, I mean we sent her like we were sitting there playing, and we turned it up, and it went from boom, 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 boom to ba, 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 ba. And after that, it just never quite sounded the same, guys. That sub was this Black Brick Heavy Hitter. And y'all, I absolutely loved this sub. This sub was just an absolute trooper. I had this thing in my car for quite a while as my daily sub, and it did just fine. So when I say I put too much power to it, guys, I mean I put way too much power to it. More than this sub was ever designed to have. And that being said, the coil is still fine, and it's not rubbing or anything, but I think, I don't really know what it is. Just makes this weird sound when you're playing. Doesn't sound clean at all anymore, so something got bent, spider came detached somewhere or something. After that, we did a video with Scar's 2 cheapest 12-inch subwoofers, the Ixes. They were about 50 bucks a piece, so of course 100 bucks there, and we had them in this little dual 12 prefab box, and we sent these guys as absolutely as hard as we could, and they actually really took a beating pretty good on my Tar Amps 12K over there. And then after we blew them, we then proceeded to chuck them off the roof of my shop.
There she goes. Woo!
That was a ton of fun. If you've not seen that video, guys, you got to go check it out. It was just something fun and different. Next up is the sub that I am most embarrassed about messing up. Definitely wasn't intentionally trying to. Just got a little ahead of myself and sent her a little bit too hard, guys. But, guys, I try to keep it real on this channel, and I make mistakes too, just like anybody else. So this is the sub that I blew that I'm pretty embarrassed about. Now, this is the G2 Genesis. This was a monster of a sub. Big old beautiful sub, guys. Just an overall great, awesome sub. Really love this thing. And I had this as my daily as well. Just look at those. Look at it. Look at it. And anyway, guys, this is, of course, a little while after making the review. Y'all, I just really sent her a little bit too hard. I was listening to some, like, really low decaf music. And I sent it. Like, when I say I sent it, guys, I mean I sent it. It was like 20 hertz or something, and it was moving. Then just got her a little bit too toasty, and the coil came unwound from the former down there, and that was that. Y'all are literally the first people I've ever told about blowing that. I normally just have it sitting over here looking pretty. Y'all, I wish I hadn't done that. I really, really did like this sub. But, oh well. It happens, guys. Gotta move on. Well, y'all, I believe that is all the subs that I have blown, at least in the time of me doing my channel. I think back in the day, I'm sure there were some others that I did as well before I got into YouTube. But, y'all, that is it. Now, the total for that comes to over $2,500 of subs that I have unfortunately blown. So, hey, guys, it is what it is. What you gonna do? Well, next video, we'll be back to Project Sequoia. As you can see, we have the box in there now. So next video, we'll be hooking up the subs. So y'all stay tuned for that. That should be awesome. If y'all enjoyed this, something a little bit different here, guys, let me know what you think. Definitely gonna mix it up here every now and then. Let me know in the comments what subs y'all have blown up. If you're a true best head and you've been to this for a long time, you've definitely blown up something at some point. So let me know what that was, guys. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Guys, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And as always, keep basing on. Yeah, I think she's about gone, guys. Dang. Bottom didn't burn yet. She's, I think she's toast, y'all. There's the coil. She just rolled right out of there. Look at that copper. Still looks brand new. Shoo-wee, guys. She is toasty.